So happy Saturday, everyone. First, let's talk a little bit about what Satsang is and what we do. Uh, and There are some first timers, so I'll talk a little bit. Then Parul, my daughter, who's here, will talk about today's topic, and then we'll go into meditation, which uh, you know, is primarily in silence, in on transcendental light, but we kind of transition in with music and then transition out with music, and then we open up. Because initially we are kind of getting into the meditation mode. So we don't open up initially for questions, but that we do after the meditation. So any thoughts, questions, comments, just post meditation, we'll share with each other. So in terms of introduction, so Satsang is made up of like two words, Sat and Sang. Sat, I loosely translate that to transcendental energy, and Sang is to be with. So to be with this amazingly uplifting, positive energy is Satsang. That sometimes translates to the group and collective energy. It also translates to being with your guru in the traditional, Indian heritage. It also means that we are with this amazingly refreshing, positive, and uplifting energy. And we start with the meditation, and then we want to inculcate that into our lives in a way that we on demand can be with that energy. So meditation is at the core, which we will practice. Most part of the session is that meditation, and inward orientation is so for any deep meditation, I think you need to focus inwards, center yourself, and ground yourself in this energy. So there are some tips and techniques there. I'll talk about that. And then, while it is an individual journey, what my grandfather found was that in a group, the energies tend to, go higher more quickly, and effortlessly. You could be on higher states. So he was always of the view that we need to develop our individual practice in combination of group sessions. For me, group sessions work extremely well. And I really feel that has to be an integral part of the practice. Joy and inner happiness, that's the results that we're looking at. And for today's session, as I said initially, there's a very brief topic, then instructions on how to meditate on transcendental light, and then we go into, almost will take about 25 to 30 minutes of meditation, and then we will open up, especially today, I welcome some new folks here. We will expect questions, and other folks will share, their thoughts and experiences, etc. So I'll switch over to Parul now. Camera, I don't know. I think last time I probably used a hub. Got that.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here as usual. So we are going to practice Satsang with Dad's guided meditation today. And as usual, I'm just going to bring you guys a topic. So today's topic is about going to the edges and going to the edges in terms of identity, attachments, and material things. So this path is about spiritually elevating and going higher to have that singular focus to become one with a higher power and one with a higher power energy. And that same source is going to carry you right through your toughest moments, trials, and tribulations. You may not even feel that presence. You may look around and you see no answers, but a true spiritual person understands that their path isn't going to look logical and it's not meant to make any logical sense at all. A true spiritual person is going all in on this path, and whatever it looks like in the material world, even if it looks so far off from what you expected or wanted or desired, let it make your faith stronger. Strengthen your faith in those times where it isn't making sense, but keep committing to your practices. Identity comes up because I'm not Parl. I'm a soul that is formless and eternal. So we have to have the identity keep coming up so that we can see areas where we still feel individualized. And then the ego comes up. Where are we still prideful? Where are we still having expectations and desires from life that are not in alignment with our soul? Where are we still a part of this illusion and want to be? Attachments come up. Which relationships can I not let go of in order to connect in with the highest power and highest frequency? What items have so much value that I can't simply let go of them? This is what will come up along our path to push us to the edges. If you want to become like a billionaire in the spiritual world, where you care more about the esoteric and the energetic levels than the material levels, then you have to do the things and embody the energy that only 0.00001% of the people in the world do. So willingly go to the edges and see every angle of your ego, every angle of your identity that wants to hold on so tightly, and try to let it all go to connect with that higher energy, that Shakti energy, the light, the solar energy, whatever you want to call it, and see how that feels. And that was my food for thought. Another thing that came up for me this week was a lot about the power of positive words, because positive words are actually the materialization of positive thoughts, right? Positive energy. And in the same way, when we speak negative words, we're materializing those negative thoughts. We're choosing those negative thoughts or worries or fears, and we're having them materialize into the world by saying them out loud. So it's one thing to have a healthy conversation, with someone to let go of things, but it's another thing to be dwelling and internalizing and embodying those negative thoughts, fears, and emotions, or even gossip or things like that. So, moving forward this week, I just wanted to bring that up to see, how the power of positive words and positive thinking can move us forward through times where it feels really difficult. And also to choose to materialize that positive energy through our words and through our actions. So that's my food for thought for the day. Passing it back to my dad.
Yes. So trying to, I was a little late coming in, so trying to relax. And so today, welcoming everyone. I'm so glad that you all have taken this time to be here. So before we begin, I want to share something about this practice, but I also want to welcome folks who are here for the first time with us here in the room is Liz. So, uh, so after once you go through this meditation, and sometimes because it's very new, I have heard people, there are several questions how they feel, if the monkey mind is, at ease or not. But what I can almost guarantee is that you will feel calmer, more at ease, more centered, even if it felt a little uncomfortable, which it might, because especially if you're not very used to this. What a thought came to me this morning was that meditation is not a quick medicine, that you take this medicine when you're stressed. It is not a pill for the moment. So instead, think about strengthening exercise. So something that builds mental resilience. And this year, I'm big on mental resilience. There will be a lot more coming. I'm actually about to publish this first volume of book on mental resilience. But so just as the training builds the body and the physical strength, each time we meditate, we are training the mind and heart to be steadier, clearer, and more resilient. So it's not, a sprint. It's a marathon. More than that, it's a lifestyle. It's a journey. So lot of things like coaching and courses that I've almost worked on, ready to publish. The whole idea is, how do we make this not a session, but something that we pull together into our daily lives? Um, you know, Starting could be once a week, but once a day is ideal. But more than that is like, can I, it's like utility. I put the switch on, I put the tap on, and I have electricity or water. The same way I could, put the switch on and I'm at peace. I'm less stressed. I'm more calm. So this understanding comes to me not only from experience, but from my grandfather, Dr. Chaturved Sahaji's legacy. He lived this truth in a very natural way, outwardly an ordinary man, but inwardly unshakable in peace and compassion. His life reminds us that the real fruits of meditation are not what we generally talk about, but how calmly and steadily we carry ourselves through the ups and downs of our lives. So today, as we begin, I invite you to see this practice as a gift, not just for the moment, but as part of a journey. A journey, I saw this through my life as I was growing up. And I share this because I feel that it can take us to a state which is extremely and very uncommon. And I don't say this lightly. I actually have seen this in person multiple times. And so if multiple people could do it, more people can do it, I think. And it's rather unfortunate that today stress and burnout, the whole negativity that comes from all directions affects us a lot more than probably the generations before. So we need this as it was ever needed. All right, so now let's get into the practice, and then we'll open up for discussions and thoughts and comments. So first things first. So we talked about inward orientation. So what we need to do is, there was so much going on, we need to now focus on ourselves, focus within ourselves. To do that, two things. One, eyes lightly closed, and sit in a relaxed and still posture. So, earlier people used to sit in lotus pose, on the ground, but these days. I'm as comfortable sitting in my jeans and on a chair, but eyes lightly closed and still and relaxed posture. So these two things are so very important because we want to focus, we want to concentrate, we want to bring our mind from multitude of thoughts to one thought and one thought alone, and then we will drop that too. But to come from multitude of thoughts to one thought, we want to reduce the distractions that our mind has and the sensory input through the eyes, so eyes lightly closed. So that is one step. And then still and relaxed posture. So every time body moves, mind moves with it. Every time there is any strain in our body, our attention goes to it. So we want to minimize that. So eyes lightly closed and still and relaxed posture. Now we create this one thought that we will focus on. So typically, there are numerous methods. Some focus on a mantra, some take, other things to focus on. But here, we focus on this transcendental energy in form of light. And you can think of any conscious source of this light, God, Guru, or just the ultimate source of light that you can think of. And this light is this cosmic energy. So the most powerful, the most uplifting, the most energizing energy that you can think of in conscious form is, right here, right now, in front of us. So this is also called upasana, to sit in front. So it's not that your goal is far, far away. It's right here, right now, this conscious source of light. And this light is now entering our heart, enlightening it. And then this light is distributing throughout our body, and we are getting completely and totally immersed in this light. So as we get immersed in this light, we pretty much become the light. So I'll just repeat one more time. So we'll start with music. The music fades away. We focus and meditate on this transcendental energy in form of light. And then we transition out with music again. So eyes lightly closed, still and relaxed posture. And we're sitting in the presence of this transcendental energy in form of light. This light is entering our heart, distributing throughout our body, and we're becoming one with this light. Now, mind will wander away naturally. So every time that happens, just bring it back to this thought and this thought alone, that you are in the presence of this transcendental energy in form of light, and it's entering your heart, distributing throughout your body, and you're becoming one with this light. Let's start now. Okay. Happy Saturday, everyone. So, you want to say to everybody, how was it?
It was very good. Very
So, relaxing. It's the last weekend I was Toronto, so I have basically now this version, which is the English. You know, um, I call it the English version because the traditional version is more in Hindi. Um, so, so we have the traditional version, and then this version, and now we're starting actual. I mean, this also, I used to think it's a guided meditation, but now I have like a guided meditation where, um, I do more hand holding. You know, some people, the experience on this session was like first session, and you're like 15 minutes of silence. So that's a little much. So I have extended the music, and the instructions come through the music and slowly. So I'm doing that in person here Thursdays now. So still trying to figure out what time would be optimal. So now it's your time. Anybody who wants to come on? Paro, you want to add anything? Christy, how are you?
Hello. I'm only going to be on audio today, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I'm okay. As you know, it's been a rough couple of weeks with my asthma,
Yeah.
but it gave me a lot of time to think. And actually, what Parul was speaking about today was quite actually on the same page that I've been thinking. I shouldn't be surprised by that, actually. Um, and I just realised that I have had expectations. And it is something that I need to let go of and some attachments. And I thought that I had worked through a lot of that, but I do still have some more work to do. And it was good to realize that I think because I was forced to slow down and just focus on my body and my mind, now I know what to work on more. Whereas my focus was in other places, and I don't think it needs to be there anymore. So it was good to hear Parul speaking about that. But the meditation as usual. I'm really thankful my monkey mind didn't come in today. So
Well, that's
it was
great.
nice. Yeah, it was just nice to be filled with light and not feel so heavy like I have been.
Yeah, I think I mean, I don't know how you've been hearing, but I felt like a lot of people are kind of in that space of like intensity and change and transitions and going to the edges like I was talking about. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, you brought up a good point about expectations. Like that comes up, I think, a lot on this journey. So
it does. And I really try to go into everything, especially, you were saying about throwing yourself into your spiritual path. And I've really tried to do that without expectations, but they do creep in. And it feels like it's kind of only a natural human response that we need to kind of keep at bay as spiritual beings. And it's hard. And it is something that we should all try to probably work on because once we let go of expectations, we also let go of our ego, I think, as well. It kind of goes hand in hand.
yeah, and I think even in during meditation, like when the monkey mind is going off or you see those things coming up, like we have the opportunity to let it go. And then if something great comes in, we're not really attached to it. We can just enjoy it without the attachment of it or without the expectation of something more materially. So
Yeah,
I love that.
exactly. So, yeah, just it's good. I think, like you were saying, a lot of people are on the same page. So I think the fact that you and I had this at the forefront of our minds must be that as a collective, many of us are. So yeah, it was a good one. Thank you. Thank you both.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, get well.
Thank you. I'm nearly there. Nearly there, about 85% there. Thank you.
That's great news.
Very good. So,
Did you,
go
sorry, I
ahead.
was going to say, did you say something? I didn't hear.
I said
Carol.
that's great news. It's
Oh, yeah, thank you. Sorry to interrupt you, Sandy.
Oh.
So, yeah, Paula, Jeff, or I think talking about traditional satsang, we are actually having another session shortly at Leeds in UK. So I just saw them just join, but that'll be a little bit later. So any other thoughts, comments, questions? I see Ibi and Donka. Feel free to unmute.
Okay, I'm going to speak again. So I just wanted to say welcome to lots of new people today. It's nice to have other people join us and start to see what satsang is about. And I hope that you are kind of as excited as we are to have kind of new energy join us. And just to let you know that we have a website, which I'm sure Parul and Sanjeev can tell you about, but we're trying to build it up as a community so that we can all get to know each other, help each other as well, and give advice, spiritual advice, and just be a community. So it would be really lovely if you could join. And if you want any advice on satsang or the experiences we've had, then I'm happy to speak to you. So you can find me on there, Christy. And yeah, and if any of you who have been here a long time haven't joined, please join me. Please. I feel like Shrita and Sangeeta and myself, we're all on there just speaking to each other. And there's so many of us. So please join. And now I'll be quiet.
Great point. We're adding the link in a second. And yeah, Chrissy will be on the community page, so feel free to connect with her. And we just dropped the link in the chat. So we'll be more active on that soon.
Yeah, still early testing mode, but or beta testing now, actually.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I am actually to help. I think we're launching a 1-week course now, then followed by a 5-week course, so that we can, test drive it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But great, if you guys hopefully you guys had a good meditation, and if everybody's feeling quiet, I think we can wrap up. But thanks for being here. Obviously, we'll be back on Tuesday, 7 p.m. EST, and then Saturday, 10 a.m. EST, every single Tuesday.
And there is an in-person here in Fairfax.
Yeah, so if
guided
anybody wants to
meditation,
join,
6:30 p.m. Thursday.
Yeah, so we'll have 6:30 p.m. in person, guided, and then Saturday, 10 a.m. Anyone local can join. And thanks, Christy. Always love seeing you. And yeah, so we'll see you guys Tuesday or next Saturday.
All right. Light, love, and peace be with you. Take care. Bye now.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Namaste, Bhaiya. Namaste.
Namaskar.
नमस्कार जी, happy Saturday to all.
Happy
नमस्कार
Saturday.
रेणु जी,
दादी प्रणाम भैया।
नमस्कार
नमस्ते पारुल।
Namaste.
संगीता जी, महिमा जी।
सादर प्रणाम भैया। बाय बाय।